Welcome to episode 16.
16.
Presented by Celsius.
No free shoutouts.
Yeah, I know. We are drinking Celsius, though.
We were just dreaming about one day
up.
when we could get a sponsor that just gives us free stuff that we like.
I think we can get Celsius right now to give us 36 free cans a month.
I mean,
that's what's that, $72 for like, think about like, what does that cost-wise for them?
Well, what a deal. What a steal, Celsius.
Yes. So we're making $800 a year in Celsius.
But we're recording this on Friday, whatever the date is.
April 14th.
April 14th.
But it's coming out.
We normally record on Mondays. It's coming out on April 18th.
Joe's going on a little vacation.
I'm going on a little vacation down to Florida, a little adult spring break.
So what part of
Never
Florida
grow
again?
up. Delray, kind of like
Delaware?
Delaware. Yeah, Delaware.
So you're going to Delaware? Like
yeah,
the beaches?
actually, I'm going north
and
then going south
to Delaware.
Nice. You got it.
Yeah. Where's Delaware?
It's
Florida.
in like the West Palm, Fort Lauderdale.
Jupiter,
yeah.
Right?
They're all kind of along, I guess, 95 around there.
What if we said, screw it, and we took a weekend and played golf with the PGA guys in Jupiter? I can get my buddy.
I mean, I got to practice a whole lot before that, but
I can get my buddy ring-a-ding-ding or something. A made-up friend, hook it up. I got friends in all places.
You got friends in low places.
Yeah.
So anyway, it really does feel like spring, summer's hitting now, and I'm loving it.
Like, I'm so fired up.
I tend to love every season that I'm in, but when spring comes in and you get the nice weather rolling in, oh man, I just get in a great mood. Even better mood than I was before.
I agree. The spring and summertime for me, by far, is just the best. And fall has its perks. I will say fall has perks. I hate winter. I will go on record to say I emotionally hate winter.
I don't realize it in the moment. Because I like skiing. I like activities in winter. So anytime I can be outside in a season, I'm good with it. But then when summer or like the first little taste of spring rolls around and it gets warm, I'm always outside and I realize that I'm instantly just way happier than I was before. And I'm like, dang, I must have been like kind of bummed out when I couldn't be outside.
So that's
it was
why
dark at 4:00.
When they do happiness studies, people in warmer parts of the world always score higher.
I believe that.
I made it up. I have no
I mean, I would believe that.
I would do that. Seasonal depression's a real thing.
I mean, put me in Alaska where it's dark half the year and freezing, or the Bahamas. I'm going to be happier in the Bahamas.
Yeah. I'm going to be happier anywhere I'm with you.
How romantic. Well, so April 18th, happy birthday, Caitlin. My wife, Caitlin, is born on this day right now. A while ago. But in history, what was happening today?
Oh my gosh, dude. Get this. So a couple big things happening in history. You heard of Wayne Gretzky before?
Nah, dude. Who's he?
So he played his last game in 1999.
Oh.
April 18th. Right? And then also the first baseball game played at Yankee Stadium was April 18th, 1923.
That's crazy.
And they beat, guess who?
The Dodgers.
The Boston Red Sox.
That's sweet.
So a couple cool
those are some
facts.
big moments today.
Wayne Gretzky, can you imagine that? Like, I'm not a hockey fan at all. I'm becoming one vicariously through some of my other friends who are.
Hey, I'm Christian, new biggest Boston Bruins fan. Following my season of the biggest Eagles fan.
I will go on record and say I am a big Boston Bruins fan. Not a huge hockey guy, but I'm getting into it.
They're going to lose the Stanley Cup just like the Eagles lost the Super Bowl.
I am a huge Boston. My guy, Marchand. My guy, gosh, I wish Scott was here to tell me, but my guy, my guys.
Sounds like you're not that big of a guy.
No, but just my guy. Like, they're just my guys.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah. So, anyway, go Boston and go Wayne Gretzky. That record was crazy, by the way.
His assist ones?
That was just
that
nuts.
is, I mean, goals, assists, all of those are nuts. I was about to just say, oh, well.
Some fault. Was it funny?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
We're recording this also in the morning, so my brain is dead. Dead.
I'm fired up.
Yeah. You got to carry us. So, little updates. We'll keep it as a shorter pod today. But the Commanders are sold, question mark. So Josh Harris has a non-exclusive deal to buy the Commanders for $6.05 billion.
And they bought it for under $1 billion, or Dan Snyder. When he originally bought it, was under $1 billion.
96, 99, something like that.
Yeah, late 9. Yeah, I think it was 99. Well, I don't know why it's sticking out, but probably because Wayne Gretzky played his last game in 1999. Yeah. Josh Harris actually owns some of the 49ers.
Uh-huh. And that's the group with...
Or no, not 49ers.
It's...
the 76ers, right?
Yes, I think so.
I'll double check, but I think he...
Because he's in... Magic Johnson's in this group.
Yeah. He led investment groups that purchased the Philadelphia 76ers and the New Jersey Devils. So NHL, NBA, and now NFL. Yeah, Magic Johnson was tied up in this too. I guess he was part of the group.
Yeah, and then I think there's one other decently notable person in the group, but I can't remember who it is.
Yeah. Anyway, I think as a Washington fan, you love this news. This is great news.
Honestly, as a sports fan, you love this news.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care at all about Washington. Yeah. Everyone except for Christians is like, come on, let's get Dan Snyder out.
Dude, just give him another chance. He's a good guy.
He's just so misunderstood.
What was that TV show? I don't know. Keep going. So the Rays, when we are
as of now
recording this,
they're 13-0.
They're 13-0. They have the most runs scored, the least runs allowed.
Their differential when I think they were 11-0 and it was like plus 60 something.
Stupid. In 11 games.
In 11 games.
They're averaging like a 6-run win.
Yeah.
Not even close.
So things could change, but they're 13-0 and they tied the modern record for the fastest start.
Yeah.
Plug right there. So that's pretty nuts. They have,
more.
Okay. The argument against them that you see is that they hadn't really played anyone yet. I don't love that argument personally.
It's baseball.
It's baseball. You're playing series. 13-0 is still impressive. You're, you know what I mean? They're 30-something.
Yeah, but baseball is also not like the NFL, where it's like if your first 4 games are like against it's still a tough NFL game because you're in the NFL, but like it's like last year, like the Panthers played the Chiefs.
Right.
Like the Chiefs are gonna, but I mean in the MLB, like very rarely do people get swept, like 3-game series in general, even if they're better.
It's just so easy to have a bad pitch and that's like 4 runs
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And it's so easy just to like let the other team get hot for 2 innings and then,
To that point though, it is also easy to get streaky. So I'm not being like, oh yeah, they're going to win the World Series. They could go on a 10-game
but I would
streak
like to
in May,
see them win a couple more. I'd like to see that record.
I'd like them taking the AL East personally.
Oh,
sorry, Yankees.
I like that too, actually. Yeah.
I kind of liked it when the Rays were on top. What was that, like 20? Oh, I don't even know.
I have no idea. But
I'd probably say something like 2020.
Yeah.
It'd be like, wait.
I did go to a Rays game in 2018. Yeah, 2018. I went with a couple buddies. Actually, when we graduated college, went down and we like stopped by Miami, Tampa, and stayed with some family I had in Orlando. And we went to a Tampa Bay game, and it was pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of like the dome stadiums.
Yeah.
Like, they're okay, but they're not as cool as like obviously like a Fenway Park or.
I will say no, I'm with you. But we try to like go to different stadiums whenever they're in Torum, and Arizona's is sick. So because they've got like the retractable roof.
Oh, that's cool.
They got a pool in the outfield, and this was back in it was probably like 2006. 7, somewhere around there when I went. And so at the time it was crazy technology and all cool. Gosh. Now it's probably just like basic, but I want to say it was like a 7,500 square foot locker room and stuff. Like it was pretty sick.
Wow. There's something to be said about technology.
But I will say last thing with the Rays, I kind of miss when they were the Devil Rays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I like the new branding way more, but new branding, it's been a branding for a while.
I was about to say it's been a branding for a while.
But I do kind of miss it.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. But it'll be interesting. Hopefully my Nats or Phillies take it home, but the Nats obviously have no chance.
Yeah, and some other headlines happening. Nadal is still not ready, so he's skipping the Barcelona Open.
He's Spanish, so that's tough.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Also on the Spanish line, John Rahm, obviously winning the Masters.
Oh,
he's back to number 1.
He is back to number 1.
It feels like him and Scotty are running away as the The two right now.
in the last, yeah,
The two elite.
more recently. One of my buddies said something like, whenever someone has a kid, they win. And I was like, that's interesting.
Oh, so I didn't see this, but what was the last major that Rom won?
The U.S. Open, I believe.
Wasn't someone like, did you keep any like memento from it? Like asking, did he keep a flag or something? And he pointed to his kid. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's going to be a Rom in 9 months now.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe another little Rom.
Oh, man. So I want to jump into entertainment.
Oh.
We've been talking a lot about sports, which is mostly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Entertainment-wise, I have been a little bit swamped lately, so haven't been on my TV game. But a few shows I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
One is Ted Lasso,
Check.
but I haven't watched the latest episode.
You want me to tell you about it?
Yeah, dude, can you give me all the spoilers?
Yeah, no. I did think this episode, I think episode 5, it was like the slowest one.
Oh, really? I heard it was good, so that's good to know.
It was okay, but it was like nothing real. Like one thing, I guess you can say one major thing happened, but like,
Yeah,
it just kind of more of a slow episode.
I like that. Also, I will give props. This concept came from one of the dudes at the barbershop I go to, but he was like, Zava is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I love that. He really is.
I love that so much.
Believe in me.
So anyway, Night Agent.
Yeah, so
you were big on
watched
it. We're starting to watch it now. We're 3 episodes in.
What do you think?
Those are just the kind of shows I love.
I love.
You know what I
those
mean?
shows.
They're nothing
Same here.
special.
It's like
whatever.
political dramas. I'm obsessed with that. I think
Political dramas.
Yeah, that's essentially that's what it is. It's about like the White House being corrupt and like like.
But I mean I get that part of it, but I'm more like the just kind of basic spy type ones where it's like some kind of action. It was like the way that 24 felt. Where something's good, like there's a crisis happening. You're having to go against like. The government, everyone's against you for a little while and you're having to go rogue and save the world. Like that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just love this.
Yeah.
So we've watched the first 3 episodes, but I'm already, you said you binged the end of it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to happen soon.
Yeah. That was a great show. And then also one recommendation I have once you finish this one is another Apple TV special.
What is it?
It's called Shrinking.
Okay, I've heard that's really good. I haven't watched it yet.
We've watched the first like 4 episodes or so, and I tell you what, man, it's a show about a therapist who needs a therapist, and it's hilarious, right? It's got Harrison Ford, who's pretty funny in it, and then Jason.
Oh yeah, what's his last name?
Not Sudeikis, but gosh, I just said it last night.
Jason
Seagal?
Yes.
Seagal?
Yeah,
Seagal.
He's the one from How I Met Your Mother. Marshall,
yeah, he's hilarious.
Or Finding Sarah Marshall.
Oh,
also.
That's right.
Or Forgetting, not Finding.
Yeah. No, I got to find her somewhere.
You got to find her.
That's my next recommendation because I'm very picky when it comes to TV shows. But
Really?
when I find a good TV show,
all in?
I go all in. So like I went all in on Night Agent, Ted Lasso, and Shrinking.
Well, other one, have you watched Succession?
No, not yet.
So I haven't watched the latest season yet. Caitlin didn't love it. I don't know. I think it's a fun show. But this is going to have spoilers right here. So
Okay.
The Watcher.
Okay. Never
Have you
watched
seen it? Okay. Do you think you're going to watch it? It's a little bit scary.
No.
Okay.
It's a little bit scary.
I'm just going to tell
I
you
have
this.
bad dreams.
So if you've watched The Watcher, listen. If you haven't watched The Watcher and want to watch The Watcher, skip. If you haven't watched The Watcher and you're considering it, let me convince you why you shouldn't watch it.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to sit up in my seat for this one.
Oh.
So it's based on a true story.
Okay.
So the premise is, or the real story is, it was this person who bought a house and they would receive letters from someone saying that they're the Watcher.
Oh, I
You've
saw a
seen
preview for this.
preview
I
for
didn't
it?
watch it, but yeah.
So the real story is they sent the letters. Fast forward, end of real stories, they never know who sent the letters. So that's the true story that's based on. The show.
That's so creepy.
Yeah. The show, it gets way creepier, but like in a fun kind of way. They're getting the letters, but there's like way more weird stuff happening. Like people are in their houses, like they're coming through these tunnels in the basement. They were from the Prohibition era. Like,
Yeah.
weird stuff happening. They take so many creative liberties throughout the show that are very different from the storyline. You get to the end, you're like, I don't know who's like the person doing it. They're creating all these storylines. They end the show. They don't tell you who's doing it.
Oh, that
because they
sucks.
go back to the true story. But it's so annoying because it's like the whole show you varied from the real life story and you're
Right.
adding stuff along the whole way. And then all of these things that you're adding make it so much more confusing. I literally last night, I finished it this weekend.
Yeah.
And last night I was going to bed and I was like, that was so dumb.
Yeah,
I'm still
I
mad
hate
about it. Like
those.
6 days later.
You can really ruin a show based on an ending.
It was such a good show for
That's
the most part.
worst.
Like it was well done.
You can, dude, that just goes to show you. If you don't have a good ending.
It was, I'm like, now you're trying to go back to the true story.
So what was how did it end? Just like, what was the ending? If they didn't find out.
They basically set it up a little bit where you're suspicious of everyone. And then it was like,
You guess.
yeah. But,
hate those.
but the point is, since it's like the true story is enough different from the real ones that if it was an exact copy, you'd be like trying to make your own theories and it's still interesting. But because they varied from the plot so much, you're like, well,
it's like one or the other.
Yeah. And so now I'm just taking your details, but there's no point in me even speculating because I'm speculating off your storyline at this point.
Yeah. So they should have just stuck, like, if it was fake, finish it fake.
Yeah.
Right. And if it was true, just like stick with the true.
Because like the true one, they were just sending letters, again, really spooky and interesting stuff like that. They ended up selling the house. But in the truce or in the storyline, they had, so like I said, there were prohibition tunnels. They were popping up in the house. There were like animals that were dying. They made like this cult storyline going along with it. Like,
oh, wow.
It was very interesting. They added a lot of stuff and then they just don't tell you anything with it.
That sucks.
Yeah. So
I'm never watching that show.
That was.
You got one less watcher to watch.
So, like I said, if you're considering it, that's my plug to not watch it.
Yeah.
Hopefully I spoiled it for everyone.
Well, you know what we should do? I just thought about it. We should cut to you camera-wise for a clip, and you take off your hat and shake your head. Oh, yeah.
Can't see it too much, but.
Oh, my.
Oh, mullet. Mullet. I got a mullet, everyone.
That fires me up.
I'm going to get a stash soon.
You got to clip that.
Take it for vacation.
You got to clip that.
I'm a Florida man myself. But before Florida man, we got the Iceman.
Ice dog.
It's universally acknowledged that not all heroes wear capes.
Facts.
And this week's Unsung Hero literally cannot. Why? Because it's Costco. Specifically, Costco's $1.50 hot dog soda combo. You may say, this is really weird, Iceman. Why would you ever say that? And that's because the price has been the same since 1985. Co-founder and former CEO Jim Sinegal said that he would never raise the price. He said that there are margins in other areas of the business that they can use to cover this cost. But here's the truth of the matter. They're making money on the hot dogs. And this is where it gets wild. If you dig into it, you find out that when Hebrew National and Nathan's, the former hot dog suppliers of Costco, raised their prices, Costco said, guys, we're out. We're not going to raise the price of our hot dog combo. And instead, they opened up their own hot dog plants in LA and Chicago to serve each coast. Then you take it a step further. They decided to stop allowing free condiments for onions and sauerkraut, things that literally no one needs on a hot dog. If you disagree, I will fight you. The next step is this. They started looking at analytics. If they had volume over, the price factor, they could live with it. And that's where the rumors start coming out that they sell more hot dogs than all the Major League Baseball stadiums combined on an annual basis. That is crazy. But if you think about it, per every Costco store in the nation, that makes sense. So as Jim Sinegal starts stepping down out of the CEO role, the co-founder was approached by the guy coming in named Craig Jelinek, and Craig Jelinek said, hey man, this margin doesn't work. We have to raise the price of the hot dog. To which the greatest quote may have come out of there. He said, if you do, I will kill you. All jokes aside, they never were serious about actually killing somebody over a hot dog price. But Jelinek came back, the new CEO, and started reviewing the numbers. And he realized, you know what? There are steps, then this is a part of the integrity of the company to the point that we have to preserve this price. And so they are committed on the record to preserving the price at $1.50 forever. Here's to you, Costco. You're this week's unsung hero.
Iceman, that was great. Nothing gets me more emotional than a pork missile.
Dude, I might have to just eat the pork missile for the rest of my life.
I mean,
think about the money we could save. Imagine, I don't know, 10 years from now, every meal is going to be what, $50?
Yeah.
Not a Costco
Not a
pork missile.
Not a glizz piece from Costco.
Not a glizzy. So I saw Iceman send a little chart. I'll throw it in the YouTube, but it's year over year, the price of it, and it's just flat. Obviously, it's awesome.
That's great.
Dang, that gets me fired up. So Florida man in Palm Beach, I'm just jumping into it. I'm ready to go. In Palm Beach, a Florida man ended up in jail after his dashboard camera showed police more than he intended. The man had been involved in a crash, and he told police that he'd been cut off by another driver and could prove it with his dashboard camera. So he signed a waiver for police to search the camera. When police reviewed the footage, they saw the man burglarizing a beauty store. The camera showed the man taking a baseball bat from his trunk and using the bat to break the glass door to the store. Brilliant. Story number 2. In Tampa, a Florida man was involved in a normal traffic stop, but the circumstances were a little bit different. The car that was pulled over was carrying 2 detectives, and they were pulled over by the Florida man impersonating a cop. The detectives were suspicious of their encounter and called 911 while keeping the car in sight. The Florida man was then arrested for impersonating a police officer. What you got?
You know, I'm going to be honest. My gut's not speaking to me like it has before. 3 different options, man. I mean, I'm going to go true.
That's right.
No way, is it?
That's right. So dumb. All right. Draft for today.
Come on.
You're a little gloating 12 and 4.
How you worsen my odds.
All right. The draft is MLB logos. And I get to pick first.
Go.
Number 1 pick, the Milwaukee Brewers. I love that logo. I'm so happy they switched back with the glove, with the B and the M and the B.
That's
love
solid.
that.
For me, it's all about the Washington Nationals. And the reason is I grew up going to Nats games, and there's nothing better than a curly W win.
A curly W. Would you look at that? All right. Pick number 2. I'm going to go. I love the Cardinals logo. And we were on a bunch of little league teams that were the Cardinals growing up. And so it's very nostalgic, that S and the L with the curvy S.
So I'm going to go classic again, and I'm going back to the NL East.
Classic again. The Nationals is not an old logo.
But it's a classic. I mean, look, it's a classic
It's a W.
one.
You're right. Continue.
But number 2 is the Atlanta Braves. I think that is just a staple, and I love Chipper Jones. So I'm going number 2.
Yeah,
Atlanta
I wanted
Braves.
that as a logo. It's probably not crazy, but I'm so nostalgic about it. Okay. Pick number 3. I'm going to go with the... Oh, I hate saying this, but I really do like the new old Astros logo.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
I hate saying that, but I do like that one.
I love number 3 for me is the Orioles. I think it's such a cute little logo.
So different, stands out. I'm with you there. Okay, another classic. You got to do it. It's the Yankees.
Yeah,
it's classic.
You have to do it. What am I? Number 4?
Yeah.
I'm going to go number 4 with, I don't know, I'm just feeling classics today.
Are you going another letter?
Chicago. Chicago Cubs.
Okay.
It's bland, but it's just like classic.
That's fair. I'm going to go with my last pick. Let's go with the Giants.
Ooh, San Francisco, huh?
I feel like I'm being really bad to the Braves.
Yeah, wow.
But
I don't love that. But lastly for me, number 5, I have to go with the Chicago White Sox. I love that little thing. It's almost like it's dancing.
So no Red Sox getting drafted.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
I almost went Blue Jays too. I like Bird.
Dang. Well, episode 16 was fun. Share it with a friend.
Share
Like
with
and
2
subscribe.
Yeah.
All right,
And
peace.
if you're Celsius, sponsor us, baby.